What's good, everybody? It's Keemysteaoftheday back with my tea of the day. Welcome to season 5, episode 19, Cinco y Siete y Nueve. We asked for someone on the ninth hour to come in and hopefully change the trajectory of this election. And it happened. Not sure if it sold on the person, but it happened. So apparently yesterday, Mr. Biden, quiet as it's kept, I'm not really fully sold on her either. However, I'm sure she's going to do better than what Biden was going to do. And she's still going to have some of the same policies and laws that he been trying to enforce, that he tried to enforce in his tenure, and wanted to enforce in his new tenure. So, only time can tell. We just have to see what that next presidential debate would be like, with her being now on the ticket and on the ballot. So it's heads up. It's heads up from there. We really have to pay attention and understand what's going on, the change, and what's going on. She will be obviously the first black. She will be the first woman president, and then she will be the first black woman president. So hopefully the nation is ready for that. They were not ready for Hillary when she ran. So hopefully they're ready for a woman president now. On other news, let's get into the Tyler Perry movie, Divorce and the Black. Overall, it was a good movie. I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't that many surprising aspects to it. I found it funny and ironic that you had two people who are actually dealing with a divorce, or just on the end part of that divorce, to be in these particular roles, like Megan Good and her husband or ex-husband, Franklin, and then of course Tia and then Corey Hardrick. Two beautiful couples that embodied black excellence to the T. We never knew what it was like in that marriage, so I'm sure ideally it wasn't like a biopic kind of role that they were portraying in within the movie, but we've always wanted to know exactly why they divorced, especially Tia and Corey, because that relationship was like, wow, they really got a divorce, but then they're really like still best friends. So why did they not stay together? Kind of shit. Like, make that make sense? It's not making sense. Like when the math don't math, what do we do? But this movie, the first scene, of course, took us all out because we were not prepared for that. We were not prepared for a woman like that actress, Dallas's mom, to tell them to take that body out of the casket. Fuck the casket. We don't want the casket. We never really wanted a funeral as this one. But y'all decided to use your money and all of this wonderful bullshit stuff to give my relative something that he did not necessarily want. Corey Hardrick played the hell out of that role of Dallas. He definitely made you hate him. And that was the goal. And he definitely succeeded with that. Megan Good. Her acting has always been good. Decent. Not award-winning. Not magical. Not like out of this world kind of thing. But she gives just enough just to get by. Like, that's what I feel. But I felt like this role was kind of different than stuff that she's played before. So that was like a aha moment for me. But overall, The movie was decent. I need people to stop playing with Tyler, though. I really need people to stop playing with Tyler because Tyler does it. He's been doing it. You might not like his writing. You may feel like it's contradictory. You might feel like it's stuck in a box. You may have all of these opinions about his writing and his writing techniques. But obviously it's working. He's still around. Obviously it's working. People still want to work with him and he's still paying them the most they've ever been paid. And every woman, especially black women, who has worked with him has stated this. Even Corey Hardrick. This was his highest paid role. Megan Good, highest paid role. Taraji P. Henson, highest paid role. Who else said this? This was a few people who said this. Like, their bracket should go up, ideally. Is it going to go up? Don't know say. But it should go up. After you making whatever Tyler Perry's providing you for your role, your ticket needs to go up. So you need to get the right management to then fight for you in that bracket that you're now currently in. Especially if you're an award-winning actress or actor. Get your motherfucking coins. 1,000%. If I wanted to rate it, I would give it a cute 7 out of 10. Like, it wasn't a bad movie. Is it one of my favorite Tyler Perry movies? No, it's not. But it's not my least favorite either. It gave what it's supposed to give. Like, the acting was decent. And the storyline was believable. Like, I felt bad. For Megan Good's character. But I loved her redemption throughout the movie when she finally said, enough is enough. You're not going to continue to talk to me like that. Or put your hands on me. And then showing the fact of you got to ride hard for your family. You got to make sure that at the end of the day, they're good. A message. I actually got to see Exception last night. The movie with Gabrielle Union and I forgot this brother's name. It's fine as. He is fine as fuck. But he was in the army. He was gay in the army, and you know they have the no act don't tell policy. The movie was good. I see why it was only put in certain movie theaters when they did do the run for it 2 years ago, I think it was. So I can kind of see why it was kind of boxed in. If I'm being honest, it was boxed in. Unfortunately, I felt like they could have went somewhere else with it. I feel like I didn't get the greatest conclusion I needed for that movie. Gabrielle Union did her part. My brother was a great actor. He did his part. I definitely understood what they was trying to portray, but I don't know if I was sold on it though. I feel like they could have really went in terms of being gay in the army. I feel like it could have been different experiences. I felt like the dialogue between the mother and son could happen a lot more throughout the movie. Because I felt like it was just like the beginning, where he was asking for his birth certificate. And then it was the end, when she actually showed up, which I was actually surprised with. Her showing up to his graduation when he actually finished the program to become a Marine. And just how vile she was. And that realness of, I'm going to love you the rest of my life, but I cannot love who you are. That shattered my soul. Like, that really just took a nerve. And I did not like that aspect of it. I really did not. Like, that really did not give as much as you wanted it to give. But it really did not give. Um, especially with we knowing her Gabby Union and um, Zaya, her daughter, and just their support for Zaya. And then her having the Charlotte's like, I'm sure it hurt her to even utter those words. But the way she did it, she executed it well. Like she's definitely a great actress. Hands down. Was this a great role for her? No. But it had good moments, I guess, when she was on screen. But ultimately, I can see why it was just in small theaters when it came out. It wasn't that publicized to the masses, unfortunately. And it didn't do what it needed to do. I felt like it really could have been a great movie. Maybe it was just the timing, maybe it was just like the effort or the writing. I felt like it could have been longer. Like it was only like an hour and a half, I think. I think if we got a good 2 hours of it, I feel like we could have really told the whole story. I definitely would have added more scenes with him and his mom. I definitely would have added more scenes with him. He started coming into his own, which I liked. Like he did not shy away from his sexuality. Um, he definitely was fucking one of the lieutenants, and I love that. But the lieutenant, of course, was not out because he could not be. And the fact that a lot of people in the army, the Navy Marines, are gay. And if it's don't act to tell policy, I'm not gonna tell you that I am. You just gonna know when I'm fucking you or whatever the fuck I look like. But other than that, come on. Um, those two movies definitely. So, Inspection. I gave Divorce in the Black a 7 out of 10. I'm gonna give the Inspection. Ooh, shit. Um, I'll give the Inspection a good 6. Fuck, 6 out of 10. So, Divorce in the Black was ideally better. And that's sad. No, no. I had to put him even. Because with that exchange between him and Gabrielle, that ate down like that definitely gave him an extra point. So it's definitely even 7 out of 10. Um I definitely want to see like some more movies. Like some good movies, like movies that's gonna really change the nation. Type of shit, or really just do something, because a lot of these movies, it just be giving copy and paste. Copy and paste. And what are we doing if we copy and paste it? Like, really. Um, Heads up. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all really for coming back every time. To my channel. I did do a video yesterday. I was in my bag a little bit. It was definitely regarding Agenda 47. And while I was doing the podcast, I was really noticing that, of course, there are some shits that was like outlandish that really does not need to be implemented. However, there are some good things that come out of Agenda 47 if you really look deep into it and you really like do a deep dive. I'm still not voting for him. I would never will. That can never be my president. Didn't vote for him before. He was never my president when he was in tenure. However, there are some good key points to Agenda 47. So, I task everyone to really deep dive into Agenda 47 and then see the good and the bad. Like, Project 2025 is garbage. How horrible. We can never promote that. We can never support that. We can never support a system that is a monarchy and not a democracy. That's taking all of our power away? Absolutely not. I do feel like within Agenda 47, um, where we are putting more power within the parents' hands of teaching like what their kids get taught. Because I know like for the last few years, a lot of it's been an uproar with teaching kids certain things, which is understandable. But my opinion is, if you're not going to teach it to them, why can't the teachers teach it to them? Because ideally, there's gay people out here. There is a LGBT plus community. There has been from the earliest of time, and there will continue to be till the end of time. But if you're not addressing these conversations, you're not having these conversations with your kids to explain the differences of people and their sexuality and their gender identity and their gender um ideology, no, yeah, gender identity, sexuality and gender identity, then you're not doing a great job as a parent because your kids is going to see it. Your kids may be part of that community. And by you not talking about it, doesn't negate the fact that they are part of that community. And they're going to find out whether you like it or not. So I would rather them be informed correctly, whether it's by you or the teacher, so they can actually live in their truth. And not have to hide because you're not okay with it. Because you don't feel comfortable with your child knowing that you can change you can transition if you want to. If you feel like you was born in one body, and this is your family, and you know who you are inside, your child should know that, so they don't grow up one hating themselves, hating the community, and hating people like them, because that's oftentimes your first bullies, are the people who are so ashamed to come to truth and to come to living in their truth, that they always have something slick to say. They always have a side comment. They always bully the people who are gay and who are out and who are open. Trust me, I've experienced that throughout high school, throughout middle school. Because oftentimes a lot of guys are not comfortable within their sexuality. They don't know that it's okay to experiment. It's okay to explore. It's okay to figure out what you like. Whether it's for you after you tried it or not. You tried it. And you had that experience. Because you know you needed that experience to fully know, hey, I'm straight. I did have some gay thoughts. I did look at dick before. I did comment about dick before. I wanted to have this experience. I'm not ashamed of that. And if men can really have those conversations, that would be amazing. But going back to Agenda 47, I don't like the fact that it seems like you're going to kind of dictate what goes into media, what journalists can say, what media outlets can report. I don't like that because that's taking away our freedom of speech. That's giving us, here's the script. I don't believe like podcasters, anyone who puts out content should be told what to put out, how to feel about it. That's not my America. That would never be my America. I like the fact that you are trying to change the economy and lower the tax bracket, so I guess people can ideally get paid more. No, or less taxes, basically, within the tax bracket. I seem like you're trying to put out more affordable housing. Let's see if that actually happens. I'm 50-50 with the whole bringing Christianity back into the schools. Because there are Catholic schools, there are Christian schools, there are these different types of schools that are out there. And I feel like if they're already out there, why are we making every school like that? That's why there's differences between public school, private school, homeschooling. There's differences. So if you're going to put your child in a Catholic or Christian school, then obviously they're going to be praying all day, or they're going to have certain times when they pray. I'm sorry if I'm not I'm believe in God, but I'm not religious. Um, so if I had a kid and he or she will probably be raised Christian, because that's what I was raised ideally. But of course, you're gonna find the kid is gonna find its own way. I say that to say putting them together is not ideal. Because ideally, like, I'm sorry, everyone is not Christian. Everyone does not um, follow that religion. So what do you do with those kids? Make it make sense. You can pray before school. You can pray after school. You can pray when you get home. You can pray when you're in the cafeteria on your lunch break. Wherever you decide to pray is when you decide to pray. But that does not mean that the whole school needs to do that. I don't support that. It's a great idea. It's great in theory. Maybe we could make more Christian schools. So but I would prefer you to make more religious schools if you're going to do that, even though everyone's not religious. So it's still going to be some schools that's going to not be religious. Also in Agenda 47, they talked a lot about immigration and how it's going to make it even harder for they're calling it illegal aliens. I don't like that term. I never like that term because they're not aliens. They're human beings, just like we're human beings. They bleed red, just like I bleed red. You bleed red. We all bleed red. So the migrants that have came and that are coming to the U.S. You're going to make it harder for them to get residency, for them to become a resident, for them to become a citizen, and for the kids to become a citizen, and for the kids' to become a citizen. Like, yes, if you're here and then you bring someone over, that's the only way that's gonna kind of be beneficial. But other than that, they're gonna make it how with Agenda 47, and I don't feel like that's right because you don't know what these people are going through or have went through or have experienced in those countries that they are fleeing from, obviously, because it's not the best support. Like, those are completely dictatorships, and no one should be dictated. Everyone should have a right to their own freedom of speech, their own, hey, I'm waking up today, I'm going to do this, their own everything. Those are like the biggest talking points for Agenda 47 from my recollection, from my knowledge from yesterday. I'm happy I did it this way instead of what I was going to do yesterday, because yesterday was definitely giving me just reading along, and I definitely did not feel comfortable just reading, because I really wanted to digest what I was reading and then really have a open mind and consensus of what I read. And although there are some good talking points, there are some good positive aspects of Agenda 47. Ultimately, Agenda 47 is still very similar to Project 25, and taking our rights away and giving that person in charge full, complete power. And I just don't feel comfortable with that. That's why we elect people to be in these other different chairs. But we're not going to allow you to get rid of the people that's there and put people who think and talk just like you so things can get passed. Or you just taking out the whole branch itself. And so you're not asking anyone, you're just going to do this law. And we just have to, we as the citizens just have to deal with that. Be mindful about Medicaid and Medicare, especially for parents who are of age for that benefit. Just be mindful about that, because and definitely has been talks that they're trying to change that, and that's not okay. Oh, last but not least, other thing that I did not like about Agenda 47 is taken away from. Well, I kind of talked about it within the school system, um, but ideally like colleges and college courses that are talking about like black thoughts and black ideas, and they're trying to take that away from us. And if they notice that they're not, you're not teaching what's supposed to be on their quote unquote curriculum, because they're going to change it back to something that was put out centuries ago at this point, um, then you can face jail time. You can be prosecuted. You could have to go to the court system as a teacher because you're not teaching what they want you to teach. And I'm sorry, that's not right. That's not okay, and I don't condone that at all. Like, that's getting really fucked up. If we're being honest. If we're being honest. um, so please vote. Please, please look at Project 25. That's my last video. Look into Agenda 47 as well. Let's hope that Kamala Harris takes it. But let's hope that she takes it and she's actually going to do something with her win if she does win. Because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I don't feel like she did anything as a vice president. I felt like she was just the first black lady who was the vice president, and that was it. That was it. That was all. If we're being honest, like, I didn't really get anything from this administration. But I just hope and pray that it does get better, and we do see a light before November when we have to vote. And hopefully her campaign really just goes great, and she really shows us why we should vote for her. Because we're gonna vote for Biden just because we did not want Trump in office. Let's be clear. Let's be honest. We have to be honest about some things, right? But with this new information, with this new person in office or trying to get into office, and try to actually have the whole oval, I want to see why I would vote for her. I know I have to vote because me not voting still helps him win, but I want to see what we'll be voting for with Ms. Harris. If y'all have any information, please tell me in my inbox, my Facebook or my IG, IG Keemy Holder, Facebook, Keem Holder, of course my website keemysteaoftheday, and I'm on every motherfucking platform. Everywhere you can listen to podcast, I'm there. Just get at me if you want to work. Let's make magics. And until the next one, laters. Decided to drop out of the election. He felt like he was not going to win. He obviously didn't have faith in himself, and he dropped out. And then his VP, Ms. Harris, decided to take that ticket, take that vote. And of course, Joe Biden is going to rally it right behind her. That's hence the reason why he dropped out, so she can actually run. Because he felt like she can actually win it. He knew that he was not going to probably win, unfortunately. And here we are.